Okay, what is this function? Well, first of all, I better give you a little more information. Okay, let's say that this intercept is at -5, 0. This intercept is 0, 90. And this intercept is at 4, 0. What can you tell me about the factored form of this polynomial? Think about it for a second. Should be able to tell me quite a bit about the factored form of this polynomial. Well, that's the question. What is the factored form? And I'm going to tell you, well, x plus 5 better be a factor, right? Because if x plus 5 isn't a factor, then you're not going to have a 0 at -5, 0. If x is -5, this is 0. That'll make the polynomial 0 if this is a factor. X minus 4 had better be a factor. Okay. Now, x minus 5 times x plus 5 times x minus 4, isn't it? Why not? Well, because x minus 5 times x minus 4 would be a parabola. It would be quadratic. Catch is, what I told you before, and you probably haven't had time to digest this yet, the 0 here, the graph is parabolic, or appears to be parabolic, in the neighborhood of this point. Not -4. Graph appears to be parabolic, therefore 0. That doesn't mean that x minus 4 squared necessarily is a factor, because it would appear kind of similar if it was x minus 4 to the 4th power, or some even power. Okay, an even power keeps the value of x minus 4 to that power positive. Okay, so maybe y equals x plus 5 times x minus 4 quantity squared. That function would have a 0 here, and a parabolic 0 here at 0 of degree 2. And you get that notation from your homework. So maybe it's this. Or maybe maybe 3 times x plus 5 times x minus 4 squared. Because as long as x plus 5 and x minus 4 are factors, you're going to have zeros at these points. And as long as x minus 4 is raised to the second power, they'll be parabolic at this point. Having a 3 there would just vertically stretch whatever you get when you graph this. And you don't know how far it's vertically stretched or compressed. Now, the thing that tells you is the y-intercept. So from here, we look over here, the y-intercept is 0.90. Well, maybe it's this, probably not. Anyway, y equals some number that I'll call a times x plus 5 times x minus 4 squared. And a is just a vertical stretch or compression of this. A times this is just a vertical stretch or vertical compression of this. And that vertical stretch or vertical compression can match up the graph with this y-intercept. So your y-intercept is 0.90. Please do not be disrupted. Y-intercept is 0.90. As soon as I turn my back, I get a disruption. This isn't grade school. This isn't high school. Grow up. Y-intercept is 0.90. If you're not respectful of me, be respectful of your fellow students. Do you understand? Y-intercept is 0.90. So y should be 90 when x is 0. So 90 equals a multiplied by x plus 5 multiplied by x minus 4 quantity squared. But x is 0. So 90 is a times 5 times 16. We can solve for a. So that's really easy. A is 90 over 80. Or 9/8. And now we can say that we think this graph, if it really is parabolic here and not 4th power or 6th power or something, here we go. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, it'll make more sense after you work on the homework.